and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my big teacher planner for the week of September 13th through 17th. So this is my academic planner, but also where I do lesson planning for TAing. So I just want to get everything on the pages for the next week. I'm bringing in some stickers from my shop. These are the golden hour ones that are based on that Casey Musgraves album that I've been listening to nonstop. I thought they would go well with the pink that's already on the page. And then I'm pairing them with Modern Year to kind of hype up those brown tones. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm also pulling in Year to Shine just because it has those rose gold tones paired with pink, and I'm going to be using pink in this spread. I like this one. It's a monthly box and it says The Plan. So this is a big size teacher planner, so they're not going to fit exactly, but in this top category, I'm leading the lesson plan meeting on Monday. So I want to get like a little bit of space to write that I have to do that because I want to remember showing up to that meeting without a lesson plan would be very embarrassing. And I'm going to pair it with something. Maybe some butterflies would be cute. So these are very like sunset colors. And this one's currently available in my Etsy shop with my September release stickers. I released this one early, so it's been out for a little bit, but I still like it. I think it's still very like early fall with the coloration. It's a nice summer fall transition book or transition sheet. I don't actually know what's left in this book. I'm going to be using this one in a couple different spreads this week, or so I anticipate. I kind of pre-planned what I wanted to do like for my spreads, and this one got pulled into two others, but I'm not exactly sure yet. So stay tuned on the channel to see if Year to Shine makes some more appearances. I also like this one that says Make It Happen, and I'm going to layer that with the plan box. The plan box. Just because, again, I want to make it happen. And there's not a whole lot that I need to account for in these top two rows. One of them is for prepping for like TAing, and then one of them is the materials that I need to read through for the week. So technically, I think that the prep one should be after the materials one, but it makes more sense for me to have the prep at the top of the spread. I'm still kind of evaluating what I want to do with that. It's definitely a work in progress, figuring out every semester what's the best way to lay out a teacher planner. I also have some little horses. It's kind of like a country album. I'm not a big country music fan, but like this is country music that I can get on board with. I would love to have rose gold foiled boxes, but I don't think I'm going to have enough in the size that I want, so I'll probably end up going with just black boxes. I will need to pull in some more black, but these horses and the black stars are a nice start for that. And then I also want to take this big quote sticker with the rainbow. Rainbows are another motif on this sheet. They're all kind of like inspired by the songs. So this one, You're My Golden Hour, which is the title of the album and also like one of the songs on there. And I want to go like maybe over here in this corner. I know I only have one reading to do for this bottom class, so I have a little bit more decorative space to play around with. Go with another star sticker. Let's see. Like that. There's also a paper due in this bottom class, so I want to take one of these that says important to mark the deadline, and then I'm going to layer it with one of these today boxes just to include some more details. I don't know how much I actually want to write about like what the paper is, just because it's the same kind of paper we have due every week. It's like a short little one-page reflection, but I have not been as good about turning them in as I should be, or turning them in on time. I always am like an hour late. So I want to make sure that this week I'm on top of it and I get it done ahead of time and the paper is out of my hands before class actually starts. I'm gonna put another horse over here. And I kind of want it layered onto that box. I think that's a nice little layering setup like that. I could also put a smaller butterfly over here too, because I have one smaller one. And there's a little bit of whiteout peeking out, so this will be a nice like remedy for that. I have a cowboy boot and a cowboy hat. Where should these go? Not sure bullet point wise yet, like what I should be doing. This one that says rest and relax is really cute, but Not a lot of resting and relaxing happening during the academic week. Don't give up. That's cute. Okay, we could do that. I think that one's a little bit more applicable of a quote. So I'll start a cluster over in this area. And I'm going to white out the line just because it is a white sticker. I know it has black lines through it, so if I get it to line up perfectly, I won't see them. But the chance of that happening is so slim that I just don't want to chance it. So we'll do that. Stick a cowboy boot on there. Is this like a good setup for that, or should I go like below? We'll go below the quote, like that, kind of framing it that direction. And then maybe I'll put these vertical rainbows on the other side of it. I thought the trio of them was cute, but you can also cut them apart if you don't like the trio of rainbows. And then you'd have 3 smaller rainbow stickers. There are smaller rainbow stickers on here, like 2 of them, but I thought that was cute. Stars? Maybe. I'll hold off on that for a second. It would be nice to swap out where it says important with this one that says due date, and then I'll bring some of that black to the bottom of the page by doing that. I just hope it's enough to cover up the letters. Oh yeah, that'll fit perfectly. Okay, so now this says due date. I like this one that says on the agenda. I don't want to cover up where it says the plan though, because I think the pink is really cute. As far as bullet points are concerned, I think I'm going to go with the brown and cream color ones on this sheet. I don't have a whole lot of like readings, but they're long readings this week, which always seems to happen on the weeks where I'm like, oh yeah, I get a break from reading. I only see one title on the list, and then they're like entire books. But that's to be expected at this point. So I'm going to put these in place and I'll be back in just a second. All right, so those are all in place. And then I'm thinking over here, I'm going to take a checklist out of this book and divide it in half so that I can make a list of people that I need to email. I saw some rose gold foiled ones and I thought those would be kind of cute, but tracking them down, here we go. Okay. What is going to be the most effective way to get as many bullet points into the boxes as possible? I want to make sure that I can get like 3. I think if I place it like this, I can trim the edges, and then I'll have 3 bullet points in each box for a total of 6, and that can be divided amongst my 2 classes. So if I'm emailing 3 students from each class, this will work out perfectly. Okay, that looks good. Now I need an X-Acto knife, and I'm going to go ahead and trim these. That's a nice looking little email section. I'm gonna go find some black boxes to do the sidebar. I know I have a couple rose gold foiled ones, but they're not all the same. So I think to make it look more uniform, black boxes will be the way to go over here. These ones are just coming out of the regular Colorful Boxes book. My favorite size of box. I need to just start printing my own black colorful boxes because this is such an easy size and an easy color to match because it's just black. Like, obviously, there's different tones of black. The most annoying thing about printing things is color matching. And even when you think you're getting like a nice solid black, it's never ever the same color of black. Even within the Colorful Boxes books that the Happy Planner puts out, the color tones change from book to book depending on when you buy them. I think I'm at like, I want to say 7 or 8 copies of this Colorful Boxes book so far. And the ones that I have left over are like the more generic, like pink and blue tones. And if I'm trying to do something with pink tones, they're always like slight variations from book to book, and then they never go together. So maybe the secret is buying a whole bunch of them at once and then never buying colorful boxes again, instead of buying them as needed or when they go on sale. I don't know. Some more butterflies at the bottom of that column of boxes will kind of help round out the page. I'm not really sure if I want to go like full-on decorative in these 2 boxes because they're empty, but then this is already super decorative over here. We kind of have a quote hanging out in the corner. More stars. Like, should they go with the boot? Like, over here wouldn't be bad because it's kind of filling up some of that dead space. Got 2 more stars? Yeah, I got 2 more stars. Okay. I to pair those with the butterflies, and then that would kind of help. And then maybe the cowboy hat I just don't use. Like, that wouldn't be the end of the world just to not have the cowboy hat in here. As far as these rainbows go, I could kind of spruce up the boxes a little bit more by just putting like one there. But then this feels kind of dead. What if I peel up these stars, replace them with a rainbow, and then bump the stars to the left? And then the cowboy hat's gonna be all lonely on the sheet alone. I always tell myself I'm gonna use these like single stickers for a daily sheet, but then it's like a daily sheet with one cowboy hat on it, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. Should I do a rainbow here? Yeah, I like that in the cluster. Okay, and then stars will go just on top of that box. And I think that's enough to kind of spruce up the sidebar. Like, there's going to be writing over there that's going to take up a lot of the space, so it doesn't necessarily need to be the most decorative thing in the world. But if I have some decorations, I want it to be fully decorated. I have the sticker on my tweezers, and I'm like, okay, would it be the end of the world to kind of slant it down here? No, we're doing it. Okay, the sticker sheet is done, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Just having one sticker on there was going to make me, like, go a little crazy. So I'm happy that that's, like, on the page. And I think the final thing I want to do before I call this done is just title that email section. I'm going to take one of these boxes. There isn't a lot of black going on up in that corner yet, so a black box will kind of help distribute the weight of the sidebar. And then I'm going to take this one and go over that very first bullet point because I just think it'll look better. And if I center it, then I have a bullet point that's not, like, usable. So I think that's going to be my best solution over in the sidebar. Went ahead and popped that back onto the discs. Yes, they are gold discs with rose gold foil, but I think it looks good in the grand scheme of things. I've been considering switching this back to my black metal discs, and especially now that I have a second set that came on that memory planner, I wouldn't be, like, opposed to it. But with the cover that I have on it, it just looks so good with the gold discs. This is the Marabou Designs planner cover. It is a 2022 planner, but I just swapped the cover onto this one because I liked it for now. And there you have it. It's my golden hour, like, Western-inspired academic spread for this week. I'm excited to get planning in this. It's fun to use my own illustrations in my planner because it just feels so personal. I have my link to my Etsy shop down below. All the September sticker designs are up. And I also have some die cuts that I'm listing in the shop now. So check those out if you're interested, but there you have it. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more stuff in my academic planner, especially now as we, like, move into the semester. I know I took a little bit of a hiatus from it over the summer, but academic planning is back in full swing. Last week's spread was this. It's not completely filled out yet, but it's still so cute. So maybe I'll do a few more of these. Being in the big size teacher planner is an adjustment, so it's kind of fun to figure out how to plan in it. But my other kind of videos aren't going anywhere. I'm hoping to do, like, more in the social media and the mini, and then of course the catch-all spreads, so those will all be coming up. If you liked this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner related content, and follow me on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!